Good morning, students. It is Thursday, and this is day 3 of your asynchronous work. So for today, our learning target is going to be, I can identify the characteristics of poetry, structure, in the poems we have read together. So up until now, we've been seeing what we notice about the poem. We've been asking questions, what we wonder, and we also started talking a little bit about imagery, right? So yesterday we talked about imagery. Take a look at our anchor chart here. What is imagery? Yes, imagery is what we call words that help you paint a picture in your head. The words that help you see, hear, smell, taste, or touch, feel. So yesterday I asked you to find some words in this poem, Tiger by William Blake, that helped you paint a picture in your head. One of our students actually found this image online, and I thought it was perfect. So when I picture this poem in my head, this is exactly what I see. I see a tiger, there's fire, it looks like it might be night, and I see this grass over here and think it might be a forest. So this is a great example of what you might be seeing in your head when you hear tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. So that's one characteristic of poetry, imagery. But today we're going to talk about another one. Remember, there are 3. We're going to talk about structure today. What is structure? Structure is what we call how the poem is organized or built. So poems have lines, and lines are exactly what they sound like. If you were to take a ruler and put it under one line, that is a line, right? It's just one group of words that goes across the page before you skip to the next group of words that goes across the page. So in Tiger, Tiger Burning Bright, we have 4 lines. We have 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines. So again, the poems are organized in lines. How many lines are in this poem? So go ahead and take a moment and count each of the lines. We've got 1, 2, 3. If you said 16, you were right. Notice again, each line gets a number. So this is the first line of the poem, the second line of the poem, and every time we skip down, it starts a new line. Fantastic. Now, when we have a group of lines together, we call that a stanza. Okay? So in writing, when we're writing prose or when we're writing in our regular English classes, we call that a paragraph maybe, right? So stanzas are like the paragraphs of poetry. So right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and there's no big spaces between these lines, right? So this is one stanza. Now notice how there's a big space. It says, to watch his woods fill up with snow. And then there's a big space right here. That starts a new stanza. So this would be stanza 1, and this would be stanza 2. How many stanzas are in this poem? So we've got 1, 2, yes, there are 4 stanzas in this poem. So you'll see we've got our first stanza, big space, second stanza, big space, third stanza, big space, fourth stanza. All right, so today we've learned a little bit about the structure of poetry. Structure is how things are organized in a poem. And the two big words we're taking away are lines, and that's the group of words that goes across the page. So there are 4 lines in this stanza because a stanza is a group of lines, just like a paragraph is a group of sentences. So now we're going to read 2 pages of Love That Dog. Page 12, November 9th. I don't have any pets, so I can't write about one. And especially, I can't write a poem about one. November 15th. Yes, I used to have a pet. I don't want to write about it. You're not going to ask me why not, right? So here, I think it sounds like Jack's being asked to write again, and he doesn't seem to want to write about a pet. I wonder why that is. So for your assignment today on Schoology, I'm going to be asking you about how many lines we're seeing on these pages and how many stanzas we're seeing on these pages. It's really important to note that you don't have to have the same number of lines in each stanza. So this is a stanza and this is a stanza, even though one of these has 2 lines and this one has 3 lines. This over here is just one stanza, but it has 1, 2, more than 2 lines. And I'm going to have you do the rest for me when we go to Schoology. So again, friends, you are going to go to Courses, our language arts course. You are going to scroll down and click 3rd week of school. We're going to scroll down again and click Thursday. See where it says day 3 of asynchronous work. And then here's the video you're watching right now. You'll have a quick quiz with 3 questions. And then you will read poetry on Epic for 20 minutes. Many of you have been telling me that you're not able to finish your Epic reading after school, and that is because Epic closes after school hours. So it's really important that you're using the time that we would be spending together to get that reading done during our class time. That's all I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow, Friday at 11:45. Have a good day.